Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 8th episode of the Mr. Hot Chocolate Talks. We are the Mr. Hot Chocolate Endeavors, and this is our podcast. Boys, how you doing?
Very tired once again. I am once again very tired.
Yes.
Very
tired
good.
boy. Very good.
I hear we got some boys who need to snack during this podcast.
Yeah.
I guess
Yes,
it's that time of the day, that time in life.
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly.
Excuse our snacks.
Would you boys like to join me in a small birthday song to our brother here that I wanted to do last night, but yeah. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday, dear
to
Trevor. Happy
birthday
birthday, dear Trevor.
to
Okay, that was
Trevor.
bad. That was bad. All right, so great.
What? I was loving that.
I'm
was
glad.
loving every second. I'm conducting in 5.
Oh, beautiful.
Polymetric happy birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So today is March
Just-
26th. Trevor's birthday was yesterday. Trevor, why don't you tell us a little bit about your birthday? Because I know you did some really cool fucking shit.
I literally didn't do shit for the first 15 hours of the day.
Fuck yeah.
But
It
let's
was
talk
the
about the
greatest day.
last 9. Let's talk about that last 9 hours of the day. What did you do in that 9 hours?
My mom, on like Saturday or Sunday
Uh-huh.
last week, surprised me. She's like, Trevor, for your birthday, I got you. And as she's saying this, I'm thinking to myself, like, whatever. You know, like, she got me some pants or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know why she's telling me early. Like, and she goes, I got you 2 tickets to see Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Whoa.
In 2021, a live
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
She's like, and the best part, it's in 4 days.
Yeah.
I don't have to wait like
Yeah,
a year.
yeah.
It's this week. It's on your birthday.
Man.
Fun fact,
Wow.
I have seen Megadeth on my birthday.
Uh-huh.
I have seen Tool on my birthday. And now I have seen Dave Chappelle.
Man.
The Megadeth one only stands out because it was my first concert.
Yeah. Well, enough
So
about
only because of that. Okay.
enough about
No.
this Megadeth bullshit. Let's talk about Dave. How was that,
Yeah.
man?
Dude, first of all, before we get into that, I want to tell you about the openers.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
they were also,
They were great. Yeah, yeah, cool.
well, they were some big people.
Oh.
Excuse me. I can never remember their names, though. This guy was in the movie Soul that just came out. Donald Rawlings.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know him.
He is the funniest man
Yeah.
I have ever seen speak in front of me. Like,
That's
this
awesome.
guy, I can't repeat anything he said because of how much N-word, but
Of course. You don't want to.
it was great. Like, and he was the host, so he
Yeah.
came out like again later.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god! Like I've never once thought that I would be like during the second host scene, I was like, all right, I gotta go get another drink for me and my mom,
Yeah.
and I'm in line. And I'm just like crying, laughing. I'm sitting there in line, and the girl in front of me in line is crying, laughing. And I turn around, and the guy behind me is crying, laughing. Like, everybody is like, my mom is crying, laughing, like, at this guy.
Oh my God.
Everything he said was great. The next guy was, let me see if I can get this right.
I can't believe you loved it and then just completely forgot the name in like 24
come on.
hours.
This
You
is
know
the
what
best
happens.
thing.
He has a Netflix special. Mo Amer.
Sounds
Mohammed
familiar.
Amer.
Sounds familiar.
He's from Houston.
Okay.
He has a stand-up on Netflix now too. Dude, this guy was also really good, and he was very original, with his content. He was cool.
Nice.
And then Dave Chappelle comes out.
Yeah.
And I have never been so like it felt like a comedy show
Yeah.
and like church.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like a class at a college. Like you know, like I felt like I was learning but I was crying. Like he is just so funny, man. Like I don't know what he does or how he does it. And you know what's funny about him is he makes himself laugh so hard. Like that's the funniest part is he'll just be talking and he's like, I can't do this. He's like laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Um
His like signature mic hit where he like hits.
yes,
it,
that's what he does all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, And when you hear it live, it makes a big thing.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
And then like behind him there was like a DJ set and shit, and so he's like he'll smoke and then he'll be like, I go get another cigarette. Hang on.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like he'll waltz over there and get one, and like he'll come back and light it, and just everyone's cheering. Like we would just stop and cheer for him for just like like he would just like sit down, and we're all like, yeah,
Wow.
he's sitting.
Yeah.
They COVID tested every single person.
That's awesome. That's really
Every
cool.
single person got a rapid COVID test.
Yo, you said a rapid COVID test. How in the heck does that work? I have not heard of such.
You get your results in 15 minutes.
So, what did the whole crowd do? Did you guys, like, get in the line and then was there, like, a holding area?
They had a third of the people show up at, like, 5:30.
Okay.
A third of the people show up at 6. And a third of the people show up at 6:30. Depending on where you sat. And then they had it, like, dude, they had it down to a T. Because we were in the building within, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
30
yeah.
minutes. Like, you had to fill out a form. And then they come by and they do the test real quick. And they walk away. And, like, 5 minutes later. Because apparently it's like a pregnancy test where you can start to see the results within, like, 5 minutes.
Okay.
And kind of see right away what it's going to be. But it's
Yeah.
not, like, official yet.
Uh-huh.
So they leave it at that, and then they call your name to go into the building.
Yeah.
And then there's nurses offsite that watch them for the rest, just to make sure.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody had to leave. And in case you have an excuse of like, oh, I don't have a mask, they gave out masks for everyone.
Yeah, the
Like
Chappelle branded ones,
the
right?
Chappelle mask,
Man,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Dude, that's some serious mask too. It's thick. It's like,
Cool.
Well, so,
Did
like,
you get one? Like, did you just get a free Chappelle mask?
yeah,
Chappelle, strong H. Sorry about that.
yeah, it's out.
Yeah.
Actually, I left it in my mom's car, but
Wow.
yeah, he had some interesting stuff to say. He's so funny though. He would talk a lot about, like, I don't get why certain people take my jokes like the wrong way. He's like the biggest thing they talked about was the trans community, and
Oh. Okay.
yes, and he tells this story that I'm not going to tell all of it because I think he talks about it on another special at some point, like Sticks and Stones.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And basically, to sum it up, a week before Sticks and Stones comes out, he met this person like a month before, but he met this lady who was a transgender. So it was a man, is now a woman.
Okay.
And she wanted to do stand-up, like, really bad. And her hero was Dave Chappelle. And she went, like, and she met Dave Chappelle, or, like, she went and saw him, like, on, like, an entire tour, and is, like, laughing at everything. So Dave gets to know her, and then, like, one day before he plays in San Francisco, or while he does a show, he invites her to open for him for a 45-minute set.
Nice. Wait,
And she bombs.
he's gonna gives her a 45.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
finish.
Okay.
So he invites her to the San Francisco set, and she bombs for 45 minutes. But was, like, killing it, though. Like, she never once got, like, flustered, or she just kept going the whole time.
Okay.
And then when she finished, everyone applauded her. And then Dave Chappelle goes on, and, like, he's doing his thing, and at some point he starts talking to her, and they have, like, a connection, and, like, he's like, oh, like, let's give it up for her, you know, for coming up here and doing that. And some guy in the back would yell, like, oh, hey, does the carpet match the drapes?
Yeah.
And she was like, I have hardwood floors. Like, just, like, seriously, like, she kept the energy really good. And, like, the only thing ever, like, I guess, trans about what she would say, like, she never once identified as, like, a gender. She would say, like, I just want to feel like a human being, is the way she would word it. And then a week later, Sticks and Stones comes out. And in Sticks and Stones, I mean, he rips the trans community. And, like, a bunch of them took to Twitter and stuff, and he was laughing because he's like, I don't have a Twitter, so... but, like, the Twitter, like, blew up with this whole, like, cancel Dave Chappelle. And this girl, her name was Daphne. This girl, Daphne, like, would tweet out and stand up for Dave Chappelle. And was like, no, you guys really don't know him. And he was joking, too, because he's like, I don't get it. He's like, I'm not joking about... He's like, I'm not hating on trans people. He's like, this whole time, I've just been hating on white people. little, even if they happen to be trans. He's like, well, anyway, the trans community started tearing this girl apart. Like, they turned on her, and a week later, she killed herself.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And so Dave's big thing is he's like, I do not like the transgender community because just like that, they will kill each other. He's like, they turned on, like, she is trans, and they, like, we're telling her, like, she isn't trans. Like, you don't know what, you're not a human being if you don't, you know what I mean? Like, it was just horrible stuff. And you hear him tell me this, and it's like, it's not like just some, like, weird story. It's like, no, this was like a personal thing that he had, and he's like, I hate what he said directly, like, word for word, was, I don't like the trans community because they killed my friend. Like, that's the way he worded it. And, like, it's really, really, like, powerful to hear that, you know? Like, like, he even said at one point, like, what can the black community do to get, like, better? Like, we can stop killing each other. And, like, and that's, like, with almost anything. And the idea of, like, people eating each other alive, you know, and, like, you're, especially something like transgender or, like, anything gay or any of those smaller groups, it's like, you're all you've got. Like, these are the only people who truly understand what you're going through. You know, why tear them apart?
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure also, though, just 100% non-representatives of any minority communities here, in a large sense. Will, you're in Puerto Rico. Like,
No, it's, hey, I can't deny it. Anyway, yeah, continue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the systems in place and whatnot are much more nuanced than, you know, that I'm sure than Dave Chappelle would say, you know, just to avoid a certain, you know, Ben Shapiro aesthetic or anything. But
Well, hypothetically speaking, okay.
For the sake of argument.
For the sake of argument.
yeah, I mean, that's
Let's call old Ben. See what he thinks.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
isn't Old Bay a seasoning?
No. Old Bay is yes, that's a very New England based seasoning. Yeah. But
Sorry, just another
no,
little
yeah,
thought
it's
there.
good. It's good.
But I mean, Trevor, aside from the content of it, I mean, like, was this a one-off show for Dave Chappelle, or was he? Was
did
this a
3.
routine? Okay. Were they
He
all?
did 3 in, I think he did 3 in Austin last week, and he did 3 in Houston. And in Austin, he had Joe Rogan come out.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah.
Whew.
So is he doing a tour right now?
I don't think so. I think he's going back. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys the best part. So the show ends at like 10:30, and he goes, all right, backstage, let me tell you who I got back here. And he starts naming off like all these big local Houston acts, like Slim Thug was there, just a bunch of guys, and he has all of them come out, and he has the DJ like play their songs, and I basically just saw like a rap show with all of the biggest rappers in Houston.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
pretty rad.
Cool.
It was cool. That's
Kinda
how
like-
he ended the show.
Kind of like what he does in like the old like Chappelle show. Like there's a bunch of
Okay,
like different
like
hip hop
okay,
stuff.
Yeah.
I meant to bring this up at one of the podcasts. You mentioned what's her name? I'm blanking so hard.
Oh,
And-
I think I know who you're talking about too. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hey. Erica Badu.
got
That's
it.
You
my
guys gotta help me
impersonation
with
of
this.
Erica
Erica
Badu. That's
Yeah.
the best I can do. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, thank
I'm
you.
sorry,
Thank
Mama
you, Will.
Badu. I don't
But that's
mean
who
to
it is.
disrespect.
We were talking about her, and then like that night, I put on the Chappelle show, and like it was the one where he brings her on as the musical guest, and I was like,
Nice.
oh my gosh, like we were just talking about her, and she kills it. Oh man,
Dude, she's great. Her
oh
voice
she's amazing.
and
whole
her band. Yeah.
I was gonna say her whole band is good,
Bro, jeez.
and I like that she's always like literally when she's not singing, she's looking back at someone. Like at all times, she's like, "Oh, come on!" Like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah. It'd be like if we did the podcast, but you guys were behind me, and I was just looking at the camera. Yeah, that's cool.
We were all doing the podcast, but you were also all of our hype man. Yeah. Okay,
It
so
kinda
here's,
is.
here's one. Here's a business idea for all of us, right?
Yes.
Bro tools. Nothing masturbatory. Nothing crazy. But here we go. Pro Tools is a plugin that
Whoa.
hypes you up when you use Pro Tools. Like imagine if you like you do something right. Pro Tools pops up. Good job, homie.
Oh,
I'd love
man.
that. I'd love that.
Tyler,
You know
that's
what?
great.
I would be all over that.
That's-
If it'd be like I'm sitting here in a computer. What would make working here at a computer for hours that much better?
Yeah.
Whenever I
You're sitting there tracking, and then the guy says, "Man, that's a sick take," and you're like, "Oh, thanks, Bro Tools." Like, hell yeah.
Player? Yeah, that'd be sick, man.
So I was recording like 2 days ago. I was recording again. One of my best friends, David Suleiman.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Dude, so wait, you're using Pro Tools right now? Wouldn't you rather use Logic?
Yeah.
Isn't that like a lot easier?" And I just look at him like, "What do you think I'm a little bitch?" and then I proceed to like fuck it up and then have like a bunch of issues. But hey, with Bro Tools on your side,
Yeah, man.
hey, he's gonna hype you up and be like, "Fuck yeah, use Pro Tools."
I think it'd be cool if like when you do something like completely exaggerated, he's like, "Oh, I see." Like like if you put like a lot of reverb on something, it's like, "Hey, that track is drowning.
Yeah.
Somebody get that guy a life vest."
Yeah.
Like,
Do you
know,
really
or-
need that much vocal sizzle?
or you like if you compress something so hard, it's just like, "Dude, get a hammer because it's slammed."
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
slammed. Like,
Damn.
Is that a
would
snare or a shotgun?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
you run
Will,
Saint Anger through it. It's like, "What's this trash can?"
Will, this recording you're doing though, is it like, are you recording at your house again, like that setup?
Yeah. Oh wait. Not this one that we're doing right now.
No,
The
the
one...
recording you're doing for or David, yeah, Suma.
Yeah. I mean, it's not this setup, but basically, I have my room. Like in my room, I have my bed, my drum set, and then my microphones, and then on my desk, my interface. So yeah, that's what it is. That's where I'm recording everything. What I did for your project, that was in my bedroom.
Well, I was gonna say, like, is it the exact same mic setup that we used for that track?
I mean, it's not the exact same setup because it's a saxophone, but I mean,
you
yeah.
were recording him.
Yeah. I was recording,
I missed
literally
that little
recording
bit.
him.
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
it's all good.
We're not allowed to have people who don't live with us in our homes in the Canada COVID bubble. I was a little, I was candidate here.
Are you like still in quarantine from like your roommate or like?
No,
Okay.
no. Ontario, Toronto, whatever, is just still in the lockdown that has kept me from getting a haircut for the last 6 to 8 months.
I think it looks fucking good. Keep that, by the way.
I fucking
Yeah.
love it, and I'm not going to get it cut before June 20, whatever the heck. But
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
but
June
yeah,
24th, baby. Let's go.
there we go.
Baby.
But nothing's open. You can't sit in a restaurant. You can't eat anywhere. You can't sit in a coffee shop. You can't go to a bar. You can't get a haircut. I guess you can go to a dentist somehow.
Okay, so wait. Is there like still like a lot of like infections, like daily infections? Like, is there a lot of hospitalizations? Are there like a lot of deaths still, or has it been going down?
Yeah, so well, actually, right now, you know how Europe and everyone who is not the U.S. with Joe Biden, the power of Joe Biden is in the third wave.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in a place that doesn't have the power of Joe Biden on my side, so we're in the third wave right now, and they're going up. But also, like the rates here were never like a third of what they were in the southeast at least. But because of the healthcare system here and stuff, they have to be conservative with these issues because they have to keep people out of the hospitals.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a whole lot of room.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
and there's no
okay.
vaccines. So
Yeah.
Canada doesn't have vaccines.
no, I mean not like the U.S. I think like maybe 2 weeks ago they vaccinated 450 people in one day. That was a big
For the
number.
whole
We're
for the
supposed
whole
to have
country.
the entire country vaccinated.
in Ontario.
Okay.
We're supposed to have like 50 or like 100 million people vaccinated in Biden's first 100 days.
Yeah, I saw some friends in Atlanta who are.
That's like all of Canada.
Yeah, yeah, but like friends our age are getting vaccinated in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, adults are now allowed. All adults are now allowed to go get vaccinated.
That's not everywhere, though.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is not everywhere.
That is not everywhere. But yeah.
Or like they're.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of friends that have gotten vaccinated. I saw it on Facebook today, the little card, and they're like, I did it. And I'm like, Cool. Where's mine, bitches? No.
Well, I was gonna say, you boys ready to hop off that airplane and get vaccinated as a crew?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'll get
That
vaccinated
might not be a bad
again.
idea.
I'll get vaccinated again. I'm going to get it next week, and then I'm going to get it, like, again in June. Like, let's go.
You're
I'm ready.
supposed to. That's okay. You're
Yeah.
supposed to get it twice.
No,
Not
Well,
the
we're gonna
Johnson
get
&
like
Johnson.
different ones too. Like he's gonna
Oh, you
get the
gotta
first
try 'em all
Moderna
out.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
then the
there's
second.
one in. I want the one in Europe that's like killing people.
Oh yeah, AstraZeneca.
Yeah, I heard of that. I heard
Here's
about
the-
that one too.
I didn't
Here's
hear
the-
about that. What? I'm sorry.
so-
What's happening?
Oh yeah, AstraZeneca. It caused a couple to. They both had like heart failure.
Oh, my
blood
God.
clots.
Oh,
Yeah, and-
Blood
and
clots.
here's the
Yeah,
great-
one died.
Yep.
For sure.
The great thing
Bro.
with AstraZeneca,
Oh,
though,
sorry.
like no, like you guys used to have some in the U.S.
Okay.
Then Joe Biden, once they started getting more vaccines, started giving them away to Mexico and Canada. So now all the deadly vaccines are going
Oh,
to Mexico
God.
and Canada.
Oh, God.
So-
There you go. You should go. Bring me one.
Oh, my
Bro,
God.
but I heard it like it's like specifically. It's mostly like really bad allergic reactions. Granted,
Okay.
it's really bad allergic reactions.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like elderly people or like if you're already allergic, again, or if you already have like what's it called, like
Pre-existing condition.
yeah,
Yeah.
that one might it might fuck you up like with the second dose.
Okay.
Just today, I actually heard a really sad story about. I'm not gonna say the name of the person, but one of our close friends.
Okay.
His grandma got the second dose of the Moderna vaccine and
Okay.
got sick and died.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like she had the vaccine and then she had the allergic reaction happen to her, and yeah, bro, I heard it today, like really randomly. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe Johnson & Johnson. Hey, what's up? Ugh.
But that one's only got the 76% effectivency rate on it,
But it's only one,
but it's only one. Oh, I see
And-
what you're saying.
and then we could we could take that one,
Yeah.
and then on June 20 something take
Yeah.
the Moderna one, and then take the
Chase it
Pfizer
with
one
some
as well.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
We're just getting shot up. Everything.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't think it's good to. Like, is it healthy to take that many vaccines?
No, absolutely
We're gonna
not.
find
Please
out.
don't do
That's
this.
what's gonna
no,
happen.
No, no.
Are we gonna become artistic?
Artistic. Yes.
or like sterile or something weird. I don't know.
We're either going to become artistic or sterile. It's one of those
Or
two.
superheroes. There's always a chance, guys. Come on, let's go.
Damn.
Speaking.
Okay, we could become superheroes.
Yeah. Speaking of Joe Biden, really fast, I want to double back on something that, like, recently, to me, no political figure is exempt from memes, right? Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Have you guys kind of been feeling bad for Joe Biden with the whole stairs falling down
Oh,
memes?
yeah. I have.
Like, I just see that and I feel bad. I'm like, he's an old guy. Like, leave him alone. Like, that's gotta hurt like a fuck. Like, he fell 3 times on the same set of stairs.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not even mad that I don't even feel bad because it was Biden. I feel bad because Biden got a reused meme, bro. There was the one where Hillary fell, and they had the same clip of Trump playing golf and hitting Hillary.
I forgot
It's
about
just
that.
a reused meme. Like,
is a
come on,
reused
man. Like, I
meme.
felt bad for Biden because it's like he didn't get his own original.
He
Like,
deserves some fresh memes.
he
Yeah.
deserves an original meme. You
Yeah.
know, not some washed up Hillary clip.
Yeah.
Bro, he
Sorry.
has plenty of original memes, I would say.
He's got a lot.
Like
He's got
like
a lot.
when he was in office,
on,
like
man.
or when he was vice and when he was
More
vice
as a
president.
vice president than as a
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
But wait.
Yeah.
Back to the staircase meme.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I saw one that was really fucking funny, and like, yeah, I appreciated it. It was
Okay.
like playing your instrument by yourself, and then
Uh-huh.
he's just walking normally,
Uh-huh.
and then recording it.
Recording. Yeah.
that was
That one was good. And then I saw a Mario Kart one when Mario's like going and then he drops the banana and then Joe falls the first time and then you see the was it the green or red shell go back and he falls the second time and then you see the blue, the blue
one.
flying one like come from behind him and crash and he just like falls over the third. again, like I just said about how bad I felt for it. And now I'm just quoting memes right now, but like it was one of those things where I was laughing pretty hard. That being said, I still feel bad. He's an old guy. I think, I don't know. I just like any kind of a person of that age that's having that hard of a time. I'm just like, Jesus, like, let's go
Give the
easy,
man a break.
Give the man a break.
Have you guys seen his press releases and like his reports though when he addresses the nation and he's like, he is old, man.
Yeah.
No,
That guy
yeah,
is
dude.
old.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't
like
see the
82,
recent
something like
one,
that?
but yeah. Yeah, I think he's 82.
So he's gonna be 86 when he leaves office.
Yes.
My grandfather died at 90. Like
He's 82.
Yeah.
82.
He was at least in
Think
his,
about-
like
that was, like-
79 or something. Jeez.
But even like Trump is 70. What, 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, either of them would have been our oldest elected president.
But that's what we were saying. Trump is our. Well, I guess they both are.
Was.
They both were.
Was our-
Trump was the oldest elected. Now Biden is. Why are there like? We were saying this back when the election was going on. but it's like, why are these
guys.
two old?
Just for clarification, I had to look it up. He was born in 42, so he's apparently 78, not 82, but he's still oldest. The oldest.
Maybe that's what I was
president.
thinking. Is he'll be 82 when he leaves.
Yeah,
That's still
yeah.
old as crap.
That's
man.
still
Yeah.
old.
But it
JFK
ain't
was
86,
what,
so I'm-
38? Like 40 years younger than.
Yeah.
Not that he was going to be better, but the point is, we've had a lot of. What happened to the 50-year-old guys? Or like how did we get all the way to the 70s?
Well, Joe Biden first ran for public office in like
Ain't that wild?
something
yeah.
nuts.
Yeah.
Like
But
he's
you know
a
what's even
Vietnam era
wilder?
guy.
Yeah.
And Bernie was too,
Yeah.
and he looked the exact same.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's a-
Like
that's
he was a
solid
time
fact.
traveler.
Yeah, man.
Have you guys heard the Bernie Sanders country friendly forest socialism album?
What?
No.
He has an
explain.
album.
Wait.
And it's like imagine him addressing you in toned speech format
Okay.
over 80s acoustic guitars.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Like he
Yeah.
he sounds like he's giving a speech, but it's a little bit more tonal.
the metal community did something similar, except that they had used like grindcore music. It was actually pretty rad. I'd have to like look for it, but like it's just like straight like grind or slam, and then they like used his voice, but then they would like down tune it, like they'd pitch it down so it sounded evil as shit. It was kind of rad.
But wait,
Kinda rad.
is this Joe Biden album? Oh, sorry, Sanders album. Is it actually him, or is it like a
No.
like
Yeah.
No, it is him, and he did it.
when?
let me-
When is
He
this?
did it?
Yeah. No, it was
Oh.
original. Like no one did this to him. He made the album.
Why wouldn't he be our president? That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Here we go. It was. It's
All
called-
political things aside, that's a president, man.
Honestly,
He's like, I'm a senator. I'm working hard. You know what I need to do right now? I need
Make
to make
an
an album.
EP. I need an EP now. I got to start getting my demos out there, so when this COVID thing's over, I can get back out to touring. It's like, yes, Mr. Sanders, yes.
It was called, or it is called, "We Shall Overcome," released 1987.
Yes.
wow, wow, dude.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna
The
quote
first
Trevor
track,
real quick.
"Oh Freedom."
Oh, freedom.
Why isn't he our president? But you know what?
Yeah, oh,
Why?
freedom.
Just
Because
I
America works in very particular ways, William.
Well, I was going to say back to why do we have old guys in office? Because the two major parties refuse to elect anyone else and ignore all 300 million people hanging out in the U.S.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alas.
Dave Chappelle said, he's like, I don't mind Biden, but he's just another old white guy. He's like, we need another black president. He's like, and I'm not talking about Barack Obama, not his White House.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like,
Yeah.
he's like, I'm talking about a messy black president. you know, like-
Yeah.
he's like someone like me, like. He's like, not me, but someone like me,
Yeah, dude.
I was
Fuck
like,
him, fuck him,
damn.
fuck him. Yeah.
Fuck him, fuck him, fuck him. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
bro, I can't believe you saw Dave Chappelle. That's like
That's
can't
crazy.
that's a milestone in like your life.
dude. Yeah.
Dude, he was right there. I was like, oh shit. I could like throw something at him. Like
You could have asked him for a cigarette.
Wait, that's a bit. Hey, do you know that bit when he's talking about like somebody that threw the banana peel at Dave Chappelle on stage, or threw, I think it was the whole banana or something like that. I think it's on one of his old specials. Man, somebody threw something at me the other day. I gotta remember. I'll look back into it after this fact and I'll send it to you guys. But yeah, man, I love him so much. I'm.
If you love him so much, why don't you marry him?
I'm trying.
Dave Chappelle, if you ever hear this, dude, Craig Schmuel, he's a great guy. He's a great guitarist, great sense of humor. He cooks really well. He cooks really well. Like, he doesn't look like it, but Chappelle, if you ever, just hit my man up. Anyway.
If you're looking for some extra sugar, come on. Oh, my God.
He is a super athlete.
Oh, yeah. Let's not forget.
Oh, Trevor. Trevor. Craig, by the way, are you still shitting your brains out?
Oh, man.
That's a question on all of our mind.
My life is just, I'm falling apart. I don't want to get into this podcast because I still have to find out more about it. But, like, I've got a new disease that I get to talk about soon enough that's in relations to my back. So that's going to be fun.
Does that affect your digestive system
No,
too?
that's a whole other thing that
You gotta sit like this. You gotta sit up straight.
with my new thing I found out I can't. That's the whole kit and caboodle. I can't. So
That's
Nice.
one heck of a kit and caboodle.
yeah,
We're gonna have to break your spine.
Yeah, I'll get back to you guys on that another time. I just don't want to bring this down anymore. Like, I feel like we've already been talking about, like, trans suicide, and I'm just like, I don't even want to, like, you know what we need? I need something of passion. I need something from Tyler. I need just absolute love. And Tyler, let's get into your record of the week.
Oh, boy. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do a
Tyler,
little
shut
bit
up. I'm not done with my song. It's the record of the week. Okay, I'm done.
All right, there you go.
I was just gonna say I'm trying to do better this week than I did with the last one, but like I already fucked that one up. No, okay,
Last
so
one.
yeah, so the Viet Cong by Viet Cong, now called Preoccupations, is one of my top records ever. I love this record. It was released in 2015, and I remember finding out about it right after it came out because I was walking around Newbury Comics up on Newbury Street there in Boston, and I remember hearing this wonderful mixture of grungy lo-fi things with nice dancey synths and nice sharp cutting beats, and I had to ask them, what is this? And it was Viet Cong right there on that little vinyl record holder, right there at the front.
Yeah.
I bought I think I bought it or something like that that day. Turned out that they were connected to someone named Chad Van Galen that I've been listening to since high school. I love that guy. And also by chance, they are Canadian. They're from Calgary.
Shit.
So, and nothing's from Calgary. The place barely exists. So, from what I hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where this thing came from, and this has been the soundtrack to years of road trips and, moody moments that this calls for, and just, I love this. I think I've seen them 4 or 5 times now.
Oh, wow.
They're fantastic, and I would I could go on more, but I've heard that there might be a little bit of disagreement in terms of this record, because I would consider this one of the top 5 records of my life. This is up there with some of the Yes catalog. This hits on like Brain Salad Surgery. This is, and I know it's not, technically it's not the same, but the meaning in this record, just the feel of it, the consistency of it, the flow of it. This is walking through the Museum of Modern Art.
Craig,
with
shut the
Molson
fuck up.
Canadian.
Craig, you're too loud.
I'm going to interrupt because I actually, now that I'm older, I have to speak a little lower.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
No, what you just said actually kind of strikes me is like, because I used to do that. I used to go to the Boston MFA and put my headphones in and put on the more atmospheric sounding, whatever would kind of draw out the most me. It could be anything, any kind of music, but something that I'm listening to for the feeling, not for,
Yeah.
jazz progression or whatever. And I used to do that. And there's a lot of albums, and I feel like this was an album that I would definitely, go do that with and check out like Monet while I'm listening to like the March of Progress.
Wow.
And I'm
Okay,
sitting there
and-
like,
Wow.
And let me just say,
Wow.
because you mentioned that, that part, the last third of March of Progress, when that beat drops, that is potentially my favorite moment in the last 20 years of music. Live, that
It's
was one of
heavy,
the best
man.
moments. It was insane. Just insane.
It's heavy. I'll give you that. Like I definitely feel like as the music progresses, there's this like ever long, like I don't know how to describe it. It's actually similar to kind of how I'll feel when I listen to the Deftones. I'll get like I don't know. I don't know how to describe the word of the feeling I get, but it's there, and it's like it's got to be cranked, and I got to be really just immersed in this, and it like the words drowning in music kind of come to mind. Like it's very just this overwhelming emotion of like I don't want anybody to talk to me right now. Like I'll be in this moment when I'm driving a lot with music cranked, and then someone will call me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why did you just interrupt such a glorious moment?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I think this album's cool. I understand the feeling this album gives you, and I hear it. Like I feel like I get that too, because like the other night I was listening to this, and it was like I don't know 9 or 10 at night, and I was just like driving home, like on the highway. It's the best time to listen to music, just everything's dark, and I had this shit cranked, and I was like, yeah, like I try to do all of our albums of the weeks that way, like when when I was on the way to the airport to get Craig, that was when I was really jamming Violator, and like it just depends, and I feel like with this album it's really different than even anything we've talked about on this podcast so far, which by the way, guys, we're on episode 8.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kind of cool, right?
We
Yeah.
we made it. We I didn't think we'd get this far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made it past 2.
Yeah, don't forget
Like-
we had the testisode in the vault too. That's there.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of have that in the ball.
We kind of just deleted all those files. I don't know. Fuck that shit. I need more space in my computer. Fuck that shit.
It's gone. Sorry.
But trust
We
us,
can
it was
pull
called the
parts
test
of it.
episode.
We can pull parts of it. That we
Let's
can
not.
do for the future.
Let's
yeah.
not.
No, there's got to be something gold on there. At
There's-
least one sentence.
Oh no, there's a few gold moments, but then there's a robotic will voice that just conquers.
That's gold.
That's the gold
pure
moment. What the fuck are you talking
gold.
about?
Oh, okay, never mind.
I remember that. We were like, Will, what's wrong with you? And he was like, what? What do you mean? I'm fine, bro. But we heard, what do you mean I'm fine? What are you talking about? Anyway, Craig, what's the angst you have on
no,
this
no, no,
album?
no. I
man.
want
Let's
to
hear
hear
it.
I want to. Okay. Can
Will
Will
can wrap us up with love at the end.
Okay. Okay.
No,
okay.
yeah,
let's
because
shit on Craig now.
I'm
We'll do
gonna
that.
I'm gonna like disagree with you already. So like
Okay. Yeah. No. You're fine.
Yeah,
you're fine.
let's hear it, Craig.
points and counterpoints. So let's
All
go.
right. So we'll say right off the bat, I have a history. Will absolutely vouch for this as being the guy that went to the MFA, saw exactly the art that you're talking about, and I was like, I don't get it, and frankly, I don't like it. It's just, for whatever reason, to me, I have this thing specifically with this art. I'm going to talk about this music differently, but with this kind of art, I see, odd shapes on canvas and weird this and that. And
Parentheses.
Yep.
We're,
Yes.
we and you are not talking about Monet. You're talking about like the contemporary weird
Yes,
shit
contemporary.
that's like, oh,
Yeah.
dude, look at this
Yeah.
fucking bottle cap. It's art,
Yes.
right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. That
Oh
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
no. I don't mess with modern art that much.
Okay.
Like, it's all about the fine art. Like, like when we would go. I guess I want to preface this before you go in
Okay, yeah.
and dig deep in your hole. But like, whenever I go to the MFA and explain these feelings, it's less about what I'm looking at. It was more about just being there, being surrounded in art,
Yeah.
and like that. Like I could look at whatever, but I agree with you. I'm not big on a lot of contemporary stuff.
Yeah.
Like I would go in there and stand in that like huge hall with those canvases of like I don't remember like dogs hunting and like I don't remember. There's these huge canvases and then like off in the room is like Monet and like and I feel like it was more of just being there, you know. It wasn't even that I even liked necessarily what I was looking at.
Okay.
But I agree with you. Like I look at some of that like what's that guy's name?
Dali.
No, but with
Rothko.
the like eye that's upside down. It's like the face all fucked up looking like
Okay.
You're not talking about Picasso right now.
I am talking about
Oh my
Picasso.
God.
You fucking piece of shit. That's not.
No, I like Picasso, but what I'm saying is
Okay.
that like I don't necessarily like all of his shit, and like I'll see some of that abstract art, and I'm like Craig, I'm like, you know, like I kind of don't get it, like.
But
I mean,
but
And
okay,
Craig,
go on.
real
Sorry.
quick, if I might, also to add to Trevor's
Fuck
point,
you, Craig.
I'm sorry, pretty much. I begged you to speak against it, and I just can't even stand to hear this hate. Because, like, I mean, just like Trevor said, I didn't mention a gallery within the MoMA. I was just there, and this
Yeah.
record has the moment of, like, if I want to get out of just being present
Yeah.
and listen to what's happening,
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
Now let's go, Craig.
And
Let's go.
that's totally fine. Well, I'll put it this way. I'm very used to being the kind of individual that will listen to an album as an album, and I'll say, like, for example, like it's flowing like a continual piece of music, and very rarely do I have to look at the songs to be able to you know, need to say anything else. But this was just kind of one of those albums where I gave it, I want to say, about 6 full listens. Like I really tried, and the thing I kept coming back to is the fact that there are some songs that I really like. Like I'm gonna be straight, like there are a couple of songs here that I really like, and then there were a handful of songs that I just didn't I'm not going to say I didn't like it, but rather I didn't get it. Okay? So I'll take it from like top to bottom, right? Newspaper Spoons, I didn't get it. I was going through that one, and the whole time I was waiting for something else to happen. Like there was a part of me that was like, this is clearly an intro to the album, you know, like it's meant for that, but I was hoping at some point that there was going to be some additional layering that would start happening that would make me start to really get engulfed into what was going on. And truth be told, I know that this is clearly a band that a lot of it, I'm sure, is in the lyrical content as to what's making it. You don't know. Oh, okay.
I listen to the textures and the layers, man.
Okay.
I love the sounds.
Okay, cool, and that's awesome. I didn't get the sounds in that song. I did not. That being said, Pointless Experience, I was on. I was like, okay, you finally got me. I'm getting into this. It felt like Sorry. It felt like do you know Nine Inch Nails' Bad Witch EP? It was off of the three EPs he put out back in like 2000 and I think it was 2018. It felt like that era of Nine Inch Nails where he was like, I'm going to do weird different shit and I think people are going to get with it. It is that EP. Everything about that song is exactly that. And I was really into it, and I was like, okay, this song is sick. Maybe that first song was just kind of an intro song, and you know, I need to take it as that. Then March of Progress started. The first, like that kind of like, it was the two beats. Yeah, the two beats that would go back and forth. I was into that for like the first minute, and then when it stretched on 2 more minutes,
like 4 minutes,
4 minutes or whatever, I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm not getting this. And then the song changed, and then it became something else. I was really into it from like the change on. I was like, this is cool. I can fuck with this. Sorry, Will.
Where you wouldn't feel the release if there wasn't the tension.
Yeah, but like there's a difference between tension and boredom. I was more on the boredom line than the tension line.
Boredom's a choice.
If that beginning intro thing, if that intro like beat thing had been like half as long, I would have fucked with that song all the way. I was just like, this is really I don't know where this is going. And then finally when it happened, I was like, okay. Bunker Buster is one of the heaviest things I've ever heard. That was,
Yeah,
I was
like that song a
immediately
lot.
like, Jesus Christ, like, like this is really good.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah. And I really liked that all the way through. I'm going to be honest. Like, it had its moments of repetition, but with the bucket the gum, like, that was really cool. Like, this was a headphone album. Lots of really cool, like, and that happens a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh.
That's the whole album. But, like, I love that. I thought that was really cool.
If I could make a brief note,
Yes.
live, this
Uh-huh.
band is absolutely fantastic because the bassist is the vocalist as well.
Okay.
So he's dead center, drums
Yeah.
are dead center, drummer's a machine.
Yeah.
And the way they set everything up and pan it live,
Yeah.
synth guitar, they
Okay.
both play both, and
Yeah.
it sounds like it sounds live.
Cool.
It's incredible.
That's awesome.
Keep going.
That being said, Continental Shelf. Okay, I had a weird thing with the song because it is. I will say it is a good song. That being said, I can hear things in this song, like there's a certain point in it where they get to like this like note thing that I was really vibing with. He'd do this phrase and then the guitar would carry on the rest of the phrase by itself, and that's an awesome moment. And when I'd hear that part, I'd get sad because I'd say to myself, this one moment between the melody and the vocal and the guitar could be its own song that I could go from like, I like this song, but I could really like this song if they built on that. But then they went back into the whole like machine, you know, kind of like going along, you know, textures thing that it's like, let's say as good of a song as it is, I wish... Again, it's that same thing I said. I can't remember what album it was where it's like, I'm not going to tell you how to make a song, obviously, because they know what they're doing. I'm not, you know what I mean? But like, there's something about that song that I feel like I wanted more out of. And like, oddly enough, aside from Pointless Experience, this is the shortest song on the album. And it's like, I felt like they could have done more with it because of how beautiful this one particular melody is between the guitar and the vocal that I'm like, I want more from this. Like, why are you not like?
You should think of it as a tease then. Maybe
Yeah,
the
okay.
next album has something like that. That's
maybe.
better.
And I didn't listen to anything more, so you know. Silhouettes, awesome song. Really like that song all the way through. I was vibing with that. And then Death to me felt
I'm gonna take
exactly
it you weren't a fan.
what?
I'm gonna take it you weren't a fan of Death.
Death was the same way March of Progress was, where I got
So-
bored and then it got interesting again. Like, you know, and again, I say this, like I said, I listened to it at least 6 times. I
So-
really tried to vibe with it, and
But overall, it sounds
Yeah.
like you didn't not like this album.
Because
I mean,
I'm-
that's like half the tracks that you were like, yeah, I fucked with this song, and I fucked with this song, and I
that's-
really like this song.
and that's what I'm
And-
saying. Like,
yeah, so it's not like you were like, oh, this album was bad for
No.
me. Like,
Might
yeah.
I say, though,
Yeah.
your critiques in terms of a lot of things not resolving melodically and thematically, and a lot of things not really resulting in a way you expect, and
Yeah.
a lot of the time turning into monotony. And
That
the
sounds like
life. It sounds like life.
I
yeah.
sound like
And
a
I
fucking
f-
Berkeley instructor. I sound like a fucking
You kinda
Berkeley
do.
instructor. I know. It's fucking like, I know I sound like the biggest piece of shit right now. It's just one of those things where
it's like, okay, now how can we make this song sound more like Autumn Leaves?
I'm an asshole. No, I know.
Bro.
Yeah.
Let
yeah.
let me counter.
Let's go.
You know.
Yes.
I'm ready for this
No,
one.
no, with
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking about right now.
Yeah.
A Berkeley professor once told you something about our music,
Yeah.
and he said, or she, I don't remember, but I mean,
We both had them.
was it Jeffrey Means?
Nope.
Anyway,
I remember Jeffrey Means.
Jeffrey.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Julian Casper.
I've
will
never. I don't
never-
think I had him.
You didn't have Julian Casper? You said you knew him.
I know Jeffrey
Lied.
Means.
Okay. No, Julian
But-
Casper.
Wait. What this professor said about the Mystical Hot Chocolate Endeavor's music. He
Yeah.
said it was event music. As
Yes.
in, one thing happens, and then the next thing happens. And you were like, yeah, isn't that like what most music is? Which, I mean, I'm not agreeing with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? maybe my impersonation of you right now wasn't the best, but whatever.
No, it wasn't great. My
I'll admit to
and
that as well.
if I may, because this was my moment with Jeffrey or not Julian Casper, was the fact that I didn't like the fact. Number one, like he was a great guitarist and a pretty decent teacher. I wouldn't call him a good teacher, but he was a pretty decent teacher. And sorry, I'm just gonna be honest. My problem with the idea of talking about event music, and I'll even get into the situation of like it was that weird like that class where they prepared you. It was like sixth semester
Artistic bullshit.
artistic development or whatever. The idea was you
A
would
waste
come in
of money. Fuck you.
Yeah, a waste of money. A stupid fucking class. Yeah, but you would come in, you'd play a little bit of something, and at one point or another, I straight up didn't have the time to be doing anything else because it was right before Haystorm was going to go out with Morbid Angel, and I was like, well, I'm just going to play the one guitar only of everything, Grace, Majesty, and the Tranquil Spiral. I offered to bring in MP3s for me to play along with it and whatnot. And he said, no, I just want to hear the guitar. And I'm like, fine. I come in, I do the thing. He gets done and he calls it event music. And his point being is the fact that it was like one thing after the another, like these blocks of moments of things constantly happening. And I'm sure 100% it's to do with my mind with music and my kind of it's like an what do they call that, ADD of sorts, but like it's more focused because I know I don't have ADD, but it's just the way I hear music is like I want to be entertained and I want to find substance in everything I hear. So I'd prefer to write music that is consistently has substance, and that's why you have 15-minute songs of things constantly changing. So my weird head can say I can justify 15 minutes of changing things, right? So he didn't like that because I didn't vamp over the same thing over and fucking over. And like, I'm like, well, why would I do 8 minutes of the same thing when I can do 8 minutes of like 20 different things? And like, we can all be happy after the fact. And yes,
Also,
you're right.
a guitar by itself, like, I mean, I'm not saying that that's not good, but like, that's not the entirety of the thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, yeah.
Yeah, you're 100% right there. But I did offer a backing track. To be fair. But yes, please go on. I just had to put my point out there because, like, to this day, that still pisses me off. I get very angry about
that is it's a stupid comment.
It's a very stupid comment.
It's like, what do you expect? Or like, isn't when you analyze a classical piece, doesn't have a very distinct, I don't know, introduction and then a next section and then a development and then a next section and then a development again. And then like, isn't I don't understand what that's supposed to mean. But
it's
this album, Viet Cong by Viet Cong, and now it's called the Preoccupations, if I'm correct, right? Okay.
That is correct.
Viet Cong, who is now the Preoccupations, whatever.
Just Preoccupation.
I'm just gonna call them Viet Cong because this record is anyway. For example, Death, it sounds like event music, but like I love it. I don't understand how that could be like a negative thing in any kind of way. Now, since I started with the last song, interestingly enough, when the first time I listened to this record, I don't know, something happened that I thought I finished it, like after Silhouettes. Maybe I had something else to do, but I just stopped. And then when I came back to it the next day, I was like, oh wait, there's another song left. And it happens to be the longest one. And then I'm just like, wait, where am I? Oh God, this is amazing. So that was my moment with that last song. And then one thing that I noticed, because I listened to the last song and then re-listened to the record from the beginning, it ties really well with the beginning. Like the tones of the guitars, or like literally the way it ends, it kind of sounds like the way it begins in Newspaper Spoons. And I don't know, maybe that's just a coincidence that I saw or heard from listening to it in that weird way. the lyrics and Pointless Experience that fucking motivated me to,
Oh, yeah,
be
those were
even
really
further
cool.
left
Yeah.
in every
Yeah.
single, aspect of my politics and of my fucking life, and just like
Yeah.
think about that every fucking day because, hey, I can't deny it. March of Progress. Dude, how did you... Okay.
Yeah.
Danny Carey.
You okay?
I feel like he would love March of Progress. Like, maybe it's like a drummer song, but like the whole polyrhythms thing, and
Oh yeah.
it's a fucking it's a fucking vibe. March of Progress is a fucking vibe.
But can I ask really fast though?
Yeah.
You never felt like it got a bit too repetitive though. You were just cool with
Nope.
that. Okay.
Nope.
Not at all, dude.
Okay.
It is repetitive, but like sometimes that is the point though. Sometimes
Yeah.
playing 8 minutes of the same thing versus playing 8 minutes of like 20 different things. Cool. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's part of the experience. Again, what Tyler said at the beginning and what Trevor was talking about. It's about the experience of like walking through a fucking art museum and just it's like you're there. You're being really mindful of your surroundings, but you're also kind of really far away. And in some weird way, having something repetitive kind of helps you as you're going through that journey.
Okay.
Maybe I'm talking too meta right now, but
no,
that's
you're
kind of
right.
that's kind of like the justification of like something that's so repetitive that it's maybe boring, maybe it's oh shit, I'm here.
Well, it's like-
and then it
it's
builds
like
up
imagine you're,
tension
like-
and yeah.
Yeah, like imagine you were listening to Death, and then all of a sudden, like Katy Perry popped on. You'd be like, "What the fuck?" Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even the way that the last part of Death hits when it gets groovy again, that's the point. That's the tension in the release. I mean, this record also will, not to cut you off as you go through the tracks, but this was a record that was pivotal into a lot of the music that you guys have known me to be into. I mean, like a lot. This was my introduction to because they wear their influences on their sleeves. Was my introduction to a lot of the '80s drive stuff. I got into a lot of the gothic new wave stuff from this. I also got big into krautrock from this, like Can and all those guys.
Okay. Who specifically else? Because I honestly hear this and I don't hear many other things. Like it seems they feel very them to me in this. Who
The
else?
darkness.
Whoa,
is
whoa,
them.
whoa, wait.
Yeah.
Before you answer, can I pause this conversation real quick? Because I forgot to bring my charger into the room, and my computer's
no
about
worries.
to die. And I don't want that. Sorry.
Cool. No worries, dude.
we could break technically.
Trevor, you
stop
got got some fucking fire opinions. I love them. Love them.
I find music like this. It's kind of just another, like, I stopped thinking about it so much of like, I try to be as open-minded as I can in terms of just letting it be like, this is just them. This is like I'm fucking weird, and like this is what goes through their head when they're writing music.
Okay,
And
sorry about that.
No worries.
Good. We were talking about your how we're gonna cut your hair. No, we would never. But I don't know. I like hearing new.
Wait, hold on, Trevor. I gotta get into what Tyler said. This is the second time Tyler has said exactly this. The first time he said it was with Big Jesus, and he was like, I hear them being able, and it's just, when I hear Big Jesus, I feel that. I understood that, where it was like, this time around, I couldn't hear anybody else through that.
Oh,
and we share a
dude.
lot of similar musical, tastes,
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
a lot of Sisters of Mercy in this. I hear a flock of seagulls in this. I hear Can. I hear what's the other Noi? I hear Noi
Okay.
in this. I hear a lot of they're a post-punk band. So anyone like Joy Division, New Order, in particular, they remind me just a huge amount of Joy Division. I mean, the Ian Curtis kind of vibe,
Yeah.
the very angular, square rhythms on a lot of this. I mean, it's very much. I mean, I'd consider this a retro inspired record, and they also they tour with like Protomartyr. You know, they're
Yeah.
best buds with them. Like they're
That's cool.
they're more successful than Protomartyr. Protomartyr opens for them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And also a couple of the guys in this band just got into another band with a couple of folks in Protomartyr. It's a
nice.
new thing.
Yeah.
But no, I mean I hear all of that stuff very very readily.
Okay.
Doesn't
okay.
really hit you that way?
Yeah, no. I mean, not even a little bit. The one thing I would say honestly, and this is a definite, big one up to them, is the fact that I felt like I was listening to this and I was hearing something very new. Like there was nothing to me that we'll say with Big Jesus, it was like I could hear tons of other, stuff like shoegaze and alternative bands through that, where it was like this. There was not a whole lot throughout that I was saying, oh yeah, this sounds like blah 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 from blah blah blah. This is like they sound like themselves, and I guess that's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest compliment,
Yes, that is a huge compliment. And it's meant to be,
Mm-hmm.
Go
yeah.
on, Trevor. I'm really sorry, man. I just had to say that real fast.
There was a time I was in a car
Yeah.
with
Me
I don't remember
too.
who I was in the car with, and a song came on by Avatar,
Okay.
that kind of circus rock band.
The Last Airbender.
Yeah, no, it's like
And
a
on
rock
bass.
band. It's a rock band called Avatar,
Yeah.
and I'm not the biggest fan of them, but the song came on, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to listen to Avatar right now, and I changed it, and in that moment, I turned it off. I turned off the music, and I was like, I don't know what that song was. I've never heard it before, and I didn't even hear a vocalist,
Okay.
and I knew it was Avatar. I was like, I don't care what I say. That's a great band. I have never heard that song before. All I heard was some guitar and some drums, and I was like, that's Avatar. And it was like, shit, like they created just their own sound in 2015. Doing that is pretty. They got to get some credit for that, no matter what. That's some huge props to just be that
Original.
that original,
That
and
original
that
in
devote
2015.
to your sound,
Yeah.
to a point that even it was just such a weird epiphany to me. And then so when I hear weird, not weird music, when I hear newer things, I try to be really open-minded for it, because I feel like there's always something to learn from it. There's something you can nitpick out of it and be like, oh, you know what? I do like that. In fact, since they didn't expand on it, I'm going to expand on it. And I'm going to show them where they messed up, And I mean, you get weird, me and Tyler were talking today. What was the band that we listened to?
Shut the fuck up,
um,
Craig.
No, but Trevor literally just reinstated my point. He was saying about how oh, I'm gonna take what they did and make it better. That's what I was kind of saying about the Continental Shelf thing, was the fact that I had heard something really wonderful in that tune that I was upset that they didn't kind of go into more. It's just, I don't know. It's just, this is 8 episodes in, and I finally have something I feel a little bit different on, and I obviously we're all 4 different
Well, see,
people.
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's I love it when bands tease like that. There's you know how many times I listen to and I'm like, I think this lot should have been the chorus, but he only does it once. And then
I don't
because
know what
he does
you're
it,
talking about.
What?
That's not
Exactly.
a song. No, that's not a song that exists yet, you stupid fuck.
yeah.
No.
And so there's
And Craig, even Continental Shelf, the other part you're referring to.
How
as
about we just
letting you
name the
down,
entire album?
We have. Will, we cut you off going down the list 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. God. Make Craig leave. Make Craig leave. Make him mad. Make him mad. Hey guys, you want to know a name of a song in our next album? It's called No, that was it. That was somehow edit like a beep in there, but anyway, yeah. Anyway, this is a
That made
great
me smile.
album. Fuck you, Craig. Oh, wait, okay. This reminds me of, if I could somehow make Depeche Mode and Idols have a baby, that's what this sounded like. And bro, that's original as fuck. And the time that it came out in, that made me happy. Like, I started listening to it and I fucking loved it. And then looking at the date that it was released was like, holy shit, there's still hope out there for good original recent music,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that.
I could get that. Like,
Good original music aside from
Exactly.
brought
boys,
to you by
You know,
Big
I'm
Schmool.
really sorry to be an asshole. I need to run for like 5-ish minutes. I gotta use the bathroom so bad right now.
Do it.
I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna cut this. Sorry.
I feel like it's the same way when people go camping. It's like I'm gonna restrain myself.
Wait, I'm gonna not go camping. I've been going camping too much for too long.
No, like that's the reason you go camping is because
Oh.
I've been on my phone at home doing my routine.
No,
I want to get
more.
out of all of it.
I need more social media. I need more screen time every day.
Craig, I was just telling the boys I stopped doing heroin, so
Oh,
that's great.
I'm really glad to hear that. That's
Yeah, well, you gotta have an iPhone, iPad,
Your Mac
Apple TV, Mac, and an iWatch.
and Bro
It's,
Tools.
it's like
Bro tools.
and Bro Tools. Yeah, it's the American dream. Is how many screens can I put in front of my face?
You have to have a smart refrigerator with a screen on it. Your TV, I guess. I don't know, smart printer, a smart fucking pencil, everything. I don't know.
Once every while I'll be in one of these Zoom meetings with my double monitors in front of me, and then I'll get a text message and my iPad and my phone will light up within the same line of sight, and I'll want to kill myself. But hey, that happens.
I just want to hang myself when I see this light.
But yeah, Craig,
My
just
phone does a weird thing. It lights on the side.
to catch you up realistically.
yeah. Sparkling water. That's
Oh, yeah,
what Trevor
boy, yeah.
was talking about. Was sparkling water. Okay. Cool. Great.
Sparkling water. It's my favorite.
Excellent.
I don't actually drink sparkling water.
Guys,
I didn't until 2 weeks ago.
so I don't know what's been different this time around, but my Pro Tools has crashed a couple times. Not like I've been able to save it and keep on recording. Just
Yeah.
I haven't it was in moments where I wasn't talking anyway, so I was just like,
Yeah.
and it happened again
Yeah.
right now, but like I don't know, like I'm not doing anything different. Photo booth is still recording, and it has been. So
Huh.
I don't know. I'm just saying, but yeah.
I
Whatever.
mean, Will, one issue that I have, which is kind of, that's the problem with mine. Depending on your issue of Pro Tools, it isn't supported anymore on your OS, and it will still run. It just has like glitches because there are certain problems. Like I'm on Mojave with Pro Tools 11, so it just has problems. That's why.
I mean, I don't know. Like I did it
Pro
last
Tools
week.
now
and it was-
supports Big Sur.
Yeah, I have a 2012 Mac. I don't have any Big Sur.
Oh, never mind. Y'all need the newer stuff with the newer Pro Tools.
That's $400 I'm not willing to give to Pro Tools right now, brother.
It's not that much.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah.
No, Berkeley gave us perpetual license. You
I'm
only have to
sorry?
pay the $100 update.
Really?
Yeah,
You guys are so
I knew this.
Well, but if
I-
your plan expires, like
Okay.
past that the support lapse or whatever,
yeah.
it can cost more than 100 to get it restarted.
No, it's because that's what a perpetual license is. You can either rent Pro Tools for a year, and that's like $300, or you can do perpetual, which is you own Pro Tools and you get 1 year of updates, and then when your year ends, you can't get any more updates. You can only use Pro Tools at where it's at, and then you have to buy another year of updates, which is $100.
I should do that.
Yeah, sure. I'll do
I
that.
should do
A
that.
year, A year of
Do you guys not read anything?
I did. I fucked it up apparently.
A year of you were saying, Craig?
Yeah, so like
Or-
for example, like
Never
there's
mind.
new updates, you probably can't update to them, but you can still use Pro Tools.
That's my situation.
Yeah. So you would just pay the 100 instead of like $300.
But I also can't install Pro Tools Ultimate or 20
That's
whatever
the
the
thing.
heck on my
Well, you don't need
computer.
Ultimate.
Well, the one below it. I forget what they call it. What Pro Tools? It's not
just Pro
12.
Tools.
It's just like Pro Tools 20.
Yeah, it's 2021.
I don't think I've updated my Pro Tools or my computer in the last 3 years.
I update when Pro Tools says it's okay to. So, like,
will it send you like an email or something like that?
it'll yeah. Well, I subscribe to the Pro Tools letter, but you can just look it up. Like, what's the most updated version? So, like, whenever like say Mac Big Sur comes out, where it already came out, like Pro Tools isn't ready like when it comes out. So I wait, and then I'll wait until like, let's say a couple months goes in, and then I'm like, oh, I'm curious, and I'll look it up, and I'll read an announcement that'll say like, okay, Pro Tools now supports this, and like that's why Catalina was such a big problem, because Catalina caused like they got rid of all 32-bit softwares. Yeah, and so like so many people had problems. Pro Tools had the worst. It took them a year. And by the time that Pro Tools was ready for Catalina, they had moved on. Like, that being said, yeah, if you own the perpetual license, you just have to pay for the updates.
What if I have a really old version of like my iOS? What I haven't updated is my iOS either. Like
So you can look it up. It'll tell you which versions of Pro Tools support which iOSs, and they go back pretty far.
okay.
Some of them support like Snow Leopard.
I have the
Wow.
one before Yosemite. I think. I don't know.
Are you on? Just that.
Yosemite?
Yosemite.
Sorry, yeah, whatever. The one before that, right? Because
Jeez, that's a minute ago.
wait, no, sorry.
What's the
The one before High Sierra. So
Isn't that Yosemite?
yeah, never mind. I do have Yosemite. Never mind. Yep.
Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm running High Sierra right now.
Oh, jeez.
Those aren't that old.
No.
10.13.6.
I mean, they're dropping support of those pretty soon. Like, I updated to Mojave just because I got 16 gigs RAM and I knew my computer could handle it. But before the upgrade, I couldn't.
Okay.
What'd you say? It's 10 point what?
10.13.6.
Yeah, you're only 2 versions behind.
Oh, okay, cool.
Or 3.
3. Okay.
I'm 1. Because I'm on Catalina, but I'm on Catalina version 7, which is the fixed one.
Trevor, what kind of computer are you running right now?
Like MacBook Pro 16-inch 2019, 8-core i9 processor, 32 gigs of RAM.
That's a fucking fancy machine.
Yeah, that's a nice laptop.
Nice. Yeah.
AMD Radeon 8 gig Intel graphics card.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Didn't pay full price.
How did you get that discount?
My friend worked for Apple.
Oh, okay.
And every year at Apple, you can buy one phone and one laptop at like 25% off, I think it was. So I saved $1,300.
Not to be like an asshole, like I'm glad you got that, but like that's a bullshit savings for like an employee. You know what I mean? Like those
They're also
people,
Apple,
like,
though.
yeah. Well, even that's Apple though. Like,
Hell no, they get paid in stocks, bro.
what?
They get paid in stocks. I'm going to rephrase that. They get paid in something that grows in value, and then they resell it for more money. And their starting price is like 17 an hour.
Really?
And then,
Pretty.
Oh, I didn't know
that's
that.
Pretty
Yeah,
they pay
amazing.
well.
See, don't assume things.
Well, I didn't assume anything. I'm just
Steve
saying, like,
Jobs.
damn.
They got bad
Steve Jobs
discounts.
was a pretty great guy.
They got great stuff because that's their phone and laptop deal. They can get watches at like half off
Oh,
whenever they want. Like,
Okay. So you
They're
didn't drop
great. Like-
you didn't drop the rest of the details. You just say the phone and the laptop are 25% off, and I'm like, oh, okay.
because
well,
that's the
shit.
same. That's the like one thing a year you can only get. Like you can't buy 10 phones.
So you
at
can't get the
25%
phone
off.
and the laptop. You just get one or the other.
No, you can get the phone and a laptop,
Oh,
but you can
okay.
only get one phone and one laptop.
And then assuming you sell the old phone or the old laptop, that's like the other 25% at least.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, also,
then-
Quick math.
Thank you,
It
Steve
reinstates
Jobs.
every year.
Thank you, Steve Jobs. So I take it we're back to recording for the podcast now?
Oh, dude, I mean, everything's been recorded.
No, thank you.
Yeah, we recorded a lot of horrible things.
I'll be going through all that shit when I get
Okay.
back. Sorry. My system is just.
But yes, I did. I'm letting you know, Craig, that I'm gonna have to send you. Right now, I'm doing 3 audio clips. Sorry,
Okay.
Well,
yeah,
I do that every week.
dude. I sent him a shit ton of video clips before. Let's not do that again.
You know what I started doing, like, for audio clips that, like, I finally figured this shit out, and again, I don't need to keep this for later purposes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the audio from the video and I'll put it underneath our actual recorded audio, and I'll just match it. I match all 3 parts for Tyler and now for you for this one. I'll match them above each other, and then that way I just delete that variation. Everything's already stuck. So once I got the first one figured out, then I just pop up, and then I'm good to go. It's pretty great.
Cool.
Yeah, I remember when you told me that, you were like, "Oh my gosh, this is so much better."
Look how easy this is. Yeah.
Bro tools.
So I gotta
Tools.
ask,
Yeah.
Tyler,
Hey,
do you like the other Preoccupations material?
I do. I have listened to it rather extensively. The
No.
album after this, I forget what it's called. It's got a blue and tan cover.
It's the self-titled.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah. So that one, I didn't know that they were recording more music. And again, I was walking through Newberry Comics, and it had that nice little sticker, formerly known as Viet Cong. I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, I bought it on vinyl that day without even
Bro,
knowing that they released a new
My
record.
phone got too hot.
And I think that's a great record. I think the EP before it's a great record. I'm not as keen on the newest record. It feels like they lost a little bit of creativity, but like, man, you come out with something like this as a young band who are admittedly not virtuosos. I mean, they really set a bar high for themselves, at least reputably. I mean, like, this got a lot of good reviews. It really gave them a good place on festivals and all that. That's why they had to change the name, because they got booked in festivals where they didn't want Viet Cong playing. So that
Fair
was
enough.
a problem. But
Fair
Trevor, what
enough.
about you? Do you know anything else from him?
No.
I recommend it. It's not. It isn't quite this, but it's
Okay,
good.
I take that back. I have heard Disarray off new material. I don't know why, just that one song. I've heard of it. And I think it's like really it was like really it almost reminded me of The Killers.
Huh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of I don't even know how to describe that genre. Like it's I want to say it's like punk, but it's too proper to be punk. It's just emotional, like 80s sounding. There's a lot of reverb. There's a lot of electric drums and all sorts of fun little like high school stuff. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of prom night.
I mean, I would kind of call it like post-punk or new. It is kind of a new wave thing, I guess. Like the newer record in particular.
New wave is a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, new wave is a good way to say it.
Is that the preoccupation stuff?
Yeah, it's a little bit more in that direction, just because it's less. It sounds a little bit less sincerely depressed. This record is depressed.
So is it only like
Yeah, I was just gonna.
That's kind of where it begins to touch on, and like I'll give you this one. So like one time I saw them, Craig, to fully support one thing you said here.
Okay.
I remember one show. I've seen them 4 times.
Yeah.
One time, I don't know what was going on, what the vibe was, but they made that part on Death where it goes and goes, doong, 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 ka-doong. That must have gone on for 10 or 15 minutes.
Oh,
And I
wow.
remember looking around the room, and at that point, it was the biggest venue I saw them at. It was, what was the venue in Cambridge?
Sinclair.
Yes, it was at the Sinclair. Very packed show, but by the end, here was all the same people who were fucking dancing and grooving to March of Progress.
Yeah.
Kind of looking around the room, kind of just like, you guys are all also hearing this, right? They've been doing
Yeah.
4 notes for 10 minutes, and it's
Yeah.
not stopping. It's
Yeah.
still not stopping.
Yeah.
Like, it was way longer than... Because I've heard him play it again, and
Yeah.
it wasn't that. It was a
Yeah.
weird night for that song, but it was a lot.
That's yeah,
Bro,
I don't know.
that song, I mean, maybe 10 minutes of that part might be too much.
yeah.
But that song's a
maybe it was
fucking
just a
trip,
dare.
dude. That's
yeah.
a trip.
yeah.
Before they went on, he was like, "All right, I'll bet you $10 you won't play that for 10 minutes." And he's like, "You guys want to make $10?"
Yeah.
That's how I think he.
No, that's definitely how it
Thought
went
that
down.
one through.
That's a, no. Were you there? It sounds like you're quoting that.
I was there, yes.
No,
I
no,
was there.
Trevor
I
was
was-
there. Trevor was
Oh.
backstage.
I was there. I was the guitar.
Trevor's actually in Viet Cong.
He is Viet Cong.
Bet you didn't know that,
Oh,
Craig.
shit.
Well, I guess that makes sense why everything sucks. No, I can't.
That
I love
that-
you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's pretty good.
No,
that
no,
was
no,
pretty
no.
good.
That was a good. That was a good guess.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's one. Yesterday, we had a little meeting with my studio maintenance organization
Okay.
to talk about ways to
Was it COVID friendly?
we were talking about ways to further COVID friendlyify the studio space, and
COVID
there's a better way to
positive.
say that, but I did opt for it. Yeah, so we were trying to stay COVID positive, and someone was like, "Yeah, well, what if we avoided contact by putting a shelf outside to put the microphones on, so that when the person who's in the room recording where the microphones go, when they leave, they can just pick those microphones up and put them back without having to talk, contact with each other." So we're still at that level. So the one professor was like, "Hey, what if we take a whiteboard and just put it on the wall?" And then me, just being a dumbass, was just like, "Hey, you know what? What about just painting the whole wall like a whiteboard?" And they kind of looked at me, and then my professor looks at me and goes, "Here's Tyler under the bridge again. I guess I better herd him my goats."
Oh
was
my
just like,
god.
Bro,
What?
that is
I'm
a
under
funny
bridge
moment.
And being herded goats?
No, that was
I think
that
he-
was
I think he called you a troll.
Dude,
under the
I mean,
yeah.
whatever it is.
You're
my
under
goats
you're
herded to
under
me.
the bridge.
All right, look,
and
hang on. Is your professor old?
No, he's like 36.
wow.
Exactly. And he's a virtuosic composer.
Yeah.
But he also wants me to herd
No,
goats.
dude,
so I
he
don't know what
has
to
a
say about
fucking
that.
great sense of humor. That's what the fuck that is. And you and your professor did improv. That's what happened in those like 5 seconds.
I think he wanted you to get. I think he wanted to draw. He heard that you had a comedic soul in
Yeah.
that moment, and he was like, "Let's see if I can draw this out of him." And so he said that to you. And what was your response?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Exactly. Fucking. You could have been like, "Okay, arr,
See,
I'm a troll."
oh no, and I'll tell
But
you.
I also
your
suck.
Your second mistake is you didn't lead into your American side and tell him to go fuck himself because that shit. Fuck that. Nah. That's when I would have been like, yeah, well, guess what? I'm just fucking trying here in this goddamn la la land of a weird ass fucking place. Your cartoon ass country. I'm trying to make by, but your fucking rules going along with all your shit. And now
Hey.
you guys, yeah.
A. You forgot the A.
Oh, A, you fucking A. Fucking
know,
A, and
I
then
was
you like
telling-
start like covering yourself in like maple syrup, like "Ugh!" and like
Speaking of
yeah.
maple syrup,
Yeah.
when I was in Vermont, there was so much maple syrup.
yeah,
Like it was everywhere. They sold everything, and then like
dude,
That's
like
fucking hilarious.
you say there was maple syrup, but here's the honest to God's truth: in the times that like either mystical or fucking hailstorm spent in Canada, I don't believe you, and the reason I didn't go into a single place without there being like maple leaf like shaped glass bottles of maple syrup in every store of every fucking place we ever went into. You don't know
That's how-
maple syrup like that.
that's how Vermont is.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my
That's what I'm
God.
trying to say. They had you go into a bar.
Yeah.
And they have like, say for brunch, they're like they have like mimosa, and then they have stomosa, and it's a mimosa, but then they put maple syrup in it, and then they have like
Wait.
like,
Sorry. A mimosa has what in it exactly again? I'm sorry.
It's champagne
Champagne and
And-
orange juice.
juice.
Orange with
Yeah.
maple syrup?
Yes, and then they would have like whiskey drinks, and they'd be like, "Oh, we could put."
Oh
maple
wait, that
syrup
sounds
on it."
amazing. That I feel like that.
Whiskey
And
with
then they
maple
would be-
syrup. I think.
And
that'd
then they're
be
like,
good.
"This
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
Vermont burger. It's a burger with maple syrup and bacon." And like,
That's good. I bet you anything. And this is coming
Have
from
you-
the vegetarian. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude. Like, throw
but
maple
no,
syrup on that
it's
shit.
exactly like you described. Like, it's maple syrup every the fuck where.
Wow.
Everywhere. Like,
Do they export a lot of maple syrup in Vermont?
I think they grow it there.
Those maple syrups pop right out of the tree.
It grows. It grows in a
The
little.
whole bottle
yeah.
is just like, and then they.
The bottle is grown there, bro. I think like straight, like it's like fresh picked.
Now, forgive my. Okay, the one thing they didn't do too well for us in the old Midwest school of the map. Where is Vermont?
Whoa.
Wait, I'm sorry. You've driven through it how many times now?
I'm sure a lot. Where is Vermont? I'm
Before
sorry.
Massachusetts.
Where?
North of
North
No,
of it.
yeah.
above Massachusetts.
South of Montreal, east of New York State.
Here, no, I got a better way. You're in Boston, okay?
So Maine. Okay, Maine is the top, right?
No.
Maine,
Let me.
West of
Here,
Maine.
I'm about to help you.
directly west.
One
No.
state over.
So it's the sliver state.
But there's
Maine
two
is
sliver
above.
states.
Oh,
There's two. Yeah.
Okay.
There's two. One is New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So Boston,
Yeah.
like, cause you know how Massachusetts is like this. It's like super
Horizontal,
flat.
yeah.
It's a flat top. Yeah.
So you have Boston. Directly
Yeah.
north of Boston is New Hampshire.
Okay.
So remember where Springfield is on
Yeah.
like the other side of Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Directly north of that is Vermont.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So they call Massachusetts the pass state because everyone from Connecticut and New York, they just take that highway through Springfield straight, and nobody ever stops in Massachusetts. Nobody spends money there. They just go straight through to Vermont. And so that's why everyone in Massachusetts pulls people over. Because they're mad. They're mad that they don't spend any money in their state. That they just drive.
Is that a
through it.
thing?
That's sad.
It is a real
That's
thing.
great.
Wow.
And Craig,
The
if it,
leafers, all the leafers, they just go straight through Massachusetts and they go straight to Vermont.
the leafers, I love that.
All the New Yorkers, they like to watch the leaves change. They don't have any trees.
Now Vermont in general, like obviously, like I'm now after you having it been there, I'm imagining cabins and skiing. What else do they kind of do there? Is that kind
It
of?
I
is-
want you to think of 1970s hippies led by Bernie Sanders.
It's a very progressive state. It's a very anti-corporate state. There's like 3
There's
Walmarts.
there's no fast food. There's none of that. It's all locally owned. Like,
Were you
fuck
okay?
yeah.
Did you survive?
great.
Did you eat while you were there, Trevor? Because like
Yeah.
all you eat is fast food, burgers and pizza. Like, are you
bro,
gonna?
we had a grill. I made my own burgers and pizza. Bro.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Craig,
No, it's
sorry, I was
they
just to remind Craig, we were there the night after we played the show in Montreal. That's where we slept at that rest area with the subway. That was in Vermont with the mountains.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to say that was the best rest stop I've ever been
Yes.
to. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Cool.
That's where we were.
awesome.
Anyway,
that was
Trevor, sorry.
beautiful there. That was
Yeah.
really beautiful there.
It is.
Oh gosh, we should go back.
should.
We should find a show to play there.
You know,
I have a cabin.
Let's
yeah,
go.
that's
We
right,
should
you
play
do.
for Bernie Sanders.
we should cover Bernie's album
We
for
should
Bernie.
cover and bring him on stage
Bruh.
and let him.
Bruh.
And then maybe we'll get a meme.
Please. Please.
Oh my god,
We get Bernie Sanders on stage with our prog band, we're gonna be a meme.
it's
Yeah,
over.
I give it 20 minutes.
Bro
It's
tools.
over.
Bro tool.
He is the bro tool.
Man, that's so cool. So, all right, and again, I'm sorry to be going back to all this. So that was your aunt's place, was it?
Yeah, my aunt and uncle.
Okay. Oh man, yeah. If they're ever down, I would love to check that out at some point.
There is no whenever down. It's you just tell us the week and we book it out. And
Yeah.
then we go there.
Okay.
Yes,
Awesome.
Cool.
We fly into Burlington and it's like a 30-minute drive from Burlington to.
No flying. We're driving there, dude. The fuck you talking
Yeah,
about?
you drive to Chicago and then we drive there in Ivan. Okay, that's all that's got to happen.
I'm the closest one to Vermont right now.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey man,
fly to Canada.
we're not talking. We're not talking to you, Tyler. No, we're not going to Canada, bro. We'll never make it out.
I said
we're not
fly
getting
to
stuck there.
Canada.
Like, no, bro. We know you made the big mistake and got stuck there, and you want us to get stuck there too. It's not gonna
make
work,
things a little
Tyler. I'm not falling for your trap. You schemer.
You're trying to get us into that third wave, right? You're trying to get the rest of not third wave people.
I just want out. Please let me out. I want to
Let
be
me out.
free again.
Let me out.
This is not a dance. Yeah. Oh man.
That's Tyler, man.
Yeah.
Is that what all this?
Man,
Hang on.
I'm gonna say this like obviously like still not saying much because unlike Trevor, I'm not dropping all the deets on the new album. But in June when we do the video for the song, I'm so stoked to see you all in person again, man. Like me and Mom talked about it a lot. Like this past couple of days, like after I got everything solidified, and I was like, I can't wait to see the boys. Like I'm. Like that is my single thing that's keeping me like somewhat like wanting to stay alive right now is actually seeing you guys in person in June. Like
Yeah.
aside from that, my diseases and my stomach problems, like I just want to die. But then I think about June and I'm like, man, I can't wait to see the boys. Like I'm so
You gotta
stoked.
live.
The boys.
You gotta live so you
I
can
need
live through
to.
June.
I don't have a choice. I gotta do it now till June at least. Oh man.
Maybe you have to eat meat.
Again, another time I'll get into all this shit, man. But it's not the meat thing. It's the being alive thing.
It's the mushrooms.
Ooh, a lot of mushrooms.
A lot of You and Arya, bro.
Yeah. Well, boys, it's been a time. Do you think we probably close this off now? Just for the time being.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to say anything? Yeah. Yeah.
No. I'm.
right.
Oh wait. So we are.
No, go ahead, Ben.
No, I'm just saying that a lot of it is, like, I mean, we're at 94 minutes, but it's not gonna be 94 minutes because like we paused a couple times.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. It is good. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
You know
Well-
what? I got one for you.
All right.
I got one little note.
Yeah.
Just because, Craig, I feel as though... Because, again, I knew going into this is one of the few records I was this passionate about, and I didn't mean to berate you. So I want to let you know that your ignorance of geography is completely understandable, and one of my favorite things on Earth up here is listening to Canadians who live an hour away from New York
Yeah.
just say the wildest geographic just guesses. Like, oh, is Atlanta in Illinois? Like,
Yeah.
Boston? I thought that was in the South.
Oh
Just
man.
like,
Man.
what?
Yeah.
These amazing things.
That-
New York City's 8 hours away? I thought it was like a couple days drive.
That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. Honestly,
I-
That's
Amazing
like
things.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
some serious ignorance. Like that.
No.
You're talking about.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I know where Toronto is.
I don't.
I
don't. I have no idea. And I'm so glad that they don't know where we are, so it doesn't make me feel as bad knowing where they are. So that's, that can be said.
You don't know where Canada is? He's like, where are those people?
I know they're that way. That's what I got. out of all
isn't
this.
Canada in the
Canada's
Pacific?
that way.
I thought Canada
It's
was
that
in the
meme of
Pacific.
John Travolta.
Yeah. So boys,
mean-
really. Oh, go ahead, Tyler. I'm sorry. No. Okay. Before I close this off, I actually want to introduce my album of the week pick
Yes.
for next week. That I'm super stoked because like this is kind of a serious one, just in that it's one of the first rock albums I got into, like, or I don't even know, like alternative records. And it's been around forever for me, and I figured
Say
this was
it.
a really cool
Say
one.
it.
Okay. 30 Seconds to Mars' self-titled album, 30 Seconds to Mars, 2002. This was a real game changer for me, like on similar levels to that of like Linkin Park. So I you know what I mean? Like it's yeah. All right.
One question.
Well,
One
that'll be-
question.
Yes.
Is this fucking Jared Leto or
Yep, this is Jared
Nice.
Leto, man.
wait. Okay,
Yeah.
we're not closing this off yet, bro. You know what I saw?
Okay.
We need to
Yeah.
start talking about movies because speaking of Jared Leto, I saw the gayest
All right.
movie the other day.
And You mean gay in a positive way, right?
No,
Will?
I
We don't
no, no,
wanna-
no, no. It was
Will?
literally very homosexual, and I'm just saying it was a lot of.
It's the positive way, Will. The positive way.
That is a positive way, Will. Yeah.
Wait, did I just cancel myself? Did I just?
Yeah, you
think
kind of
so.
did.
That
Was it
it was Alexander, like Alexander the Great,
Okay.
with fucking Collins. His last name is Collins. Fucking
Phil Collins.
no,
Mel
no,
Collins.
no, no, no.
Tom Collins?
Fuck. Shit.
Successful.
Anyway, it's about Alexander the Great, and Jared
Phil
Leto
Collins.
is one of his gay lovers, and it was just
Oh, nice.
a fucking
Yeah.
great time.
So Jared Leto is one of the most attractive men to
I think it's-
grace the planet. So I'm, that I could
Wait,
understand.
Leto.
that.
let me confirm this while we're going. Hold on.
Okay.
Look it up. It's
Jaredleto.
Yeah, I think it's Jared Leto.
I'm
He's
sure.
got fantastic hair.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
Alright.
I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite albums was like growing up was "This Is War."
Oh my. Well, I have.
I like that album a lot.
No. That it's a very good album, but that was a. I'm gonna save it. Okay. All right, again, thank you everybody. Tried to greet everybody again. Sorry. Oh, by the way, I'd like to say like,
goodbye,
this has
everybody.
been my-
Bye.
this has been my first drink in about 2 weeks. I haven't drank since my stomach problem started, so I'm just enjoying this right now. So I'm kind of yes, hello, goodbye. We are the Mr. Hot Chocolate Endeavors. You've been listening to the Mr. Hot Chocolate Talks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you again next week. Bye.
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 Bye.